Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the ShadowVlog. I am the Shadowbird Jeremy, and I'm going to start out by saying I'm at Riverfront Park, and that is what I was talking about yesterday. Wood chips in a playground. Not sand. Sorry, probably had my hand in the way there. No sand in a playground. Wood chips. I still can't figure that out why, but I'm not going to start on that again, because today, we are in a different park than yesterday. As I mentioned earlier, instead of Minto Brown's Island Park, yes, there's an S in there. I corrected it in the video description and such, but not verbally. We are at Riverfront City Park. And you'll see why it's called Riverfront in a little bit. But first, let's take a walk around and see some of the things, shall we? As you can see, it is a very narrow but still spacious park. Plenty of areas to have things. You can see there's a little amphitheater there. There's actually more room way down that way, but you can probably see some tents. Way back there. They had like some special event here yesterday, or going to have one later today. I don't remember which. But we're on the walking path. It essentially circumnavigates the park. As you can see, it's just like a regular sidewalk. And ooh. This, I know it looks like your regular model at the Earth, but it's really, really cool. I'll show you when we get closer. This is known as the Eco-Earth Ball. As you can see, like I said earlier, it's a giant model of Earth, but if you get up real close, you can see all different kinds of cool things on it, like a mermaid, and a sailfish, or swordfish, and whales. The wilds. But as you can also see, it is a giant mosaic. All these things are done in tile. That is just awesome. So, yeah, and it's got little scenes from prehistory down on the bottom. Woo, penguins! But yeah, it's got little scenes from history down the bottom, like, ooh. Dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs. And ooh, look, more penguins. Gee, you can't possibly tell I like penguins, do you? And ooh, more dinosaurs. More dinosaurs. And ooh, shark. But yeah, it's got pictures of all different kinds of animals and natural wonders from the various continents, and it's all done in tile, which is damn awesome. By the way, it should be mentioned that this wasn't always a park. It apparently was the site of a paper mill that came along here, the river, and said company eventually decided to kind of renew it, I guess, turn it into a park. Now, actually, you can hear water rushing behind me, but that's not why I stopped here. I stopped here because of this. This awesome thing. It says, "May peace reign on earth," in pretty much dang near every language under the sun, including animal prints! Isn't that cool? This right here is part of Pringle Creek, part of the river here that the paper mill, I guess, used to be attached to, but it's a tiny part of the Willamette River, if I remember correctly. which I think is out there. As you can see, Pringle Creek's got a little bit of the rapids going on to it. Well, I don't mind that because that's awesome. You probably also noticed that the creek is running toward approximately the north. And if you look carefully at the water flow of the river itself, you'll notice it's going the other way. Probably because the creek is coming down from the mountains, and the river is going out to the Pacific Ocean, some 40 to 50 miles out. There's a little bit of a better view of that little waterfall there. As you can see, it's partially made by having a little log in there, and oh, ices. I see the remnants of some naughty, naughty, naughty people. Shame on you, people. Shame on you. And here we've got a better view of that incoming rapids on this side, and a little bit of a view under the bridge there. I should also let you know that somewhere roughly in that direction is actually Minto Brown's, where we were yesterday. And it just so happens that there are plans in the works to build a walking bridge, or walking/biking bridge, over the river from Riverfront Park to Minto Brown's, so that people here can park here and have easier access to the ooh, hello, pretty birdie. So anyway, as I was saying, before I was interrupted by that moment of hilarity, over around somewhere in that direction is where we were yesterday, Minto Brown's Island City Park. And there are actually plans to build a bridge over there, so that people who are over here can, you know, have a lot easier access to the trails and fields that are over there. And here comes the fun part. We're going back uphill. Once I get back uphill, I'm going to show you exactly where they're going to put that, or approximately where they're going to put that on this end. So let me just get back up the hill here, and I'll show you about where they're going to put that. For all intents and purposes, and for all looks of things, it looks like they're going to be putting it around in here. And of course, you can also see why this is called Riverfront Park, because Willamette River. So yeah, actually, according to this sign here, they'll be putting it over to the Willamette Slough, with a couple of paths there, and I hope they do that, because there's a lot of places over there that I haven't gotten to experience, and that it's kind of harrowing going on that rather long and winding road. So I hope that comes to be, and I'm here to see it. Well, that's gonna make shooting video hard. Of course, they stopped right before I started recording, but you know, over there where I said all those tents were, where they're apparently doing something special today, they were just playing some music, and in fact, they actually, I can still hear it. They turned it down though, which is good for this video, because that means I don't get any copyright trouble. But yeah, so I was right. Apparently there is something special going on today, and they're playing some music right now. So I'm gonna have to be a little more judicious with how and when I shoot. As near as I can tell by visual inspection and audio inspection, it looks like there's going to be some kind of concert going on back there, apparently done by one of the local Hispanic radio stations. Obviously, since I don't understand much in the way of Spanish, that's not something that appeals to me. But I mean, is evidence that I am not lying. They do actually do big events here, including, I think I've mentioned this before, but there's going to be a food, wine, and beer festival here in January, which that does appeal to me. So, yeah, there definitely is something going on there. Probably tonight, I would guess. There's a stage set up there. There's concessions set up there. Porta potties, natch. So, yeah. And, well, I'm not going to get to go on this. Let me show you kind of where I am now. Down here, it's kind of a boat dock. And, actually, if you've got some money on you, you can go on a little steam, a little paddle wheeler for lunch, or for our excursion, or for dinner, depending on how much money you have. Sunday brunch, 12:30 to 2:30, but I gotta be back at my apartment by about 1, so I'm not going to be going on that. I am going to be going down to the waterfront here, though, if I can, just for the sake of the, exploration. Now, well, obviously I couldn't get to the Willamette Queen herself because, well, they lock that up when they're not doing the tours, so that people who don't pay can not get onto the boat. That's okay, but you can see there are plenty of other people boating. In fact, I'm not going to turn around to show them because I might inadvertently show faces, but there's some people off to my left who are kayaking right now, and you can see the highway and rail bridges over there. Actually, that one bridge way in the back, right there, is actually a walking and bicycle bridge, and we may actually go across that. I might take you down to that. So let's get back up, even though this air off of the water does smell quite wonderful. Now, I realize you people who live in big cities and regularly go to parks like this are probably not going to think this is a big deal, but, well, for me, it is. We've got, of course, the tall water fountain here for adults. We've got the smaller water fountain for the kids. But then, since this is an animal pet park as well, where you can walk your dogs, there's another dish down here. And there's actually a separate button on the adult water dish that you can hit to make the dog dish give water. Is that cool or what? Just up this path, this little tiny hill here is actually the splash pad, which I guess they have open during the summer when it's hot for kids to play in. Obviously it's not active now because it's not blazingly hot, but it's there for kids and whatever else to go off in the summer, which is awesome. Here we've got, I'm turning my camera on the side here so you can see it in full. Sorry for making you cock your heads over, Actually, I think I'll just do this. Maybe not, because I about got ran over. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, I'll just back up here so you don't have to cock your head to the side. That is actually one of the Oregonian governors. As you can see, he's holding a fish and a fishing pole. Gee, I wonder if you like to fish. By the way, it should be noted that if you look at any one of the maps around here of the Riverfront Park, that actually somewhere around this circle here is the actual start of the walking trail, and then it circumnavigates the park about a 3/4 mile trek. I might follow it exactly at some point, but not today. Because right now this is basically just to show off the place to people who don't live in this area that follow my YouTube channel. All 4 of you. No, I'm just kidding. There's not 4 of you. I got at least 6 views on my vlogs coming up here, so there's more than 4 of you. By the way, we have technically left Riverfront Park now, but there is actually still more things down this way. So we are going to be going down there and seeing those. You saw the walkover bridge earlier. We're going to be doing that, but there's also some other things that are down this way that I kind of want to show off because, well, it's not quite 11 o'clock and hardly anything in downtown or the city center part of Salem opens before 11 o'clock. I am not used to that because by my former body clock that means hardly anything opens up until 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. rather. Which means just after lunch, things are opening for breakfast. Okay, maybe that's not entirely accurate. They are opening for their lunch, but it's just after the lunch that I'm used to. Can you tell I'm still having a hard time converting to Pacific time? We've got a little village of houses built here. They are part of the A.C. Gilbert's Discovery Village and Children's Museum. Unfortunately, we won't be going in there because it costs money, and I don't have money until tomorrow. So we're not going in there, unfortunately. But you can definitely see it exists. So like I said, there's a lot to do here if you're just, you know, taking the family out for a day. This just has to be said. This is probably the most awesome use of the troll face I have ever seen in my life. You cannot beat this. You may try, but you cannot beat this. And now we come to a fork in the road. A choice, if you will. Do we go this way and go back into downtown Salem? Or do we go this way and across the bridge? Well, I already told you I was going across the bridge, so I guess I kind of spoiled that, didn't I? It should be noted that apparently this bridge was built in 1912 originally as a railroad bridge. How it got converted into a walking and biking bridge, I have no idea. But I'm very glad that it did. Once again, we have a choice. Do I go forward toward Wallace Road? Or do I you know what, I'll spare you the ham. I'll just go to the left. There seems to be some kind of game going on down that way. Probably a soccer game or something. But at any rate, we are now officially in Wallace Park. So, I'm going to take you down to the waterfront from this side because there's something very, very special that I want to share with y'all. A special level of fail. Well, now that I'm coming down here to the waterfront, let me tell you about that special level of fail. It's got nothing to do with the actual park itself. It's got more to do with me. See, when I was out here the other day, I went out on this sandbar right here, picked up some rocks, and tried to skip them, you know, as you do. Not a single one managed to skip. In fact, the ones that looked like they managed to skip were because they either deflected off of another rock or they went way short and landed in the very, very shallow water. So I am now going to demonstrate that fail for you. Alright, I've picked up an assortment of fairly flat stones, and I'm going to attempt to skip them. So here is attempt 1. Fail. Alright, get me another stone. Maybe a smaller one will do the trick. 2. Fail. I'm going to try and bend down a little bit and kind of shoot across the river here. This one is a little bit flatter and rounder, so we'll see. Yeah, I didn't think so. Try number 4. It's just a real teeny tiny one. Nothing. Alright, for these next 2 tries, I'm going to switch to my other hand. 1 second. If it looks a little shakier than normal, it's because I am now holding the camera in my left hand. So, here we go. Try number 5. This one's very ovular and flat. It skipped? Once, but it skipped? Okay, here I am trying to demonstrate to you guys how much I fail at skipping stones. And I finally managed to skip one on camera. This is like the inverse of the Let's Play curse. It's like the vlog blessing or something like that. Well, at any rate, I am of a scientific mind. So, if the results cannot be replicated, then it is busted that I cannot skip stones. So, here we go. Last rock, similar composition to the last one, in my right hand. Myth busted. I think that one skip was an absolute fluke. I don't know if you'd call this situational irony or just plain old ordinary day serendipity, but while I was out there on the beach, you know, shooting video and taking pictures, apparently someone's doing a photo shoot down there. I did not take any pictures of the photo shoot. I found that a little bit too meta for my taste, but it is kind of strange. I can't figure out if that falls under irony or serendipity. And now, a choice. Do I go over there into the park, or do I go back up? You know what? I'll just go up across the bridge. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do for lunch. Am I going to go find some place downtown since they're all now actually open? Or am I going to try and get something around the area where the hotel is, like on Lancaster or Market Street or something like that? You know, there are more options downtown. There are a lot of places downtown that I haven't been to, like cafes and such, that I haven't been to that I would like to be. So I think I'm going to try one of those. So my mind is made up, and you have helped me make it up for me. I'm going downtown for lunch, and maybe you'll get some video out of it. You know, I was wondering where the skate park was. Not that I'm a skater myself, but now I know. It's here on, over here on Front Street. Right in front of the Riverfront City Park. Cool. By the way, for the sake of both ease in time and in gas mileage, I have decided that I'm going to walk to the downtown area rather than drive. I will come back for my car. I just hope it'll still be there. It'll be there. I just have to make y'all worry, because that's how I roll. Well, if there's one thing I know for sure about downtown Salem, is that there's no end to the number of places where one can purchase a bicycle, which will be good to know since I am planning on getting one. However, where I get one will largely depend on what my budget is. I might very well end up getting one at Walmart if my budget is just that darn prohibited. Well, now that I'm downtown, the hard part, figuring out where I'm going to go to eat. And I can tell you one thing, it's probably not going to be anywhere down this way, because it's coming up on the road of Banks. So I got to turn around and go another way. Well, I am now distressingly finding out just how many good places are actually closed on Sunday. Funny. For some reason I thought I'd be away from that moving here. I don't exactly know why, but something about me thought that. But, well, you know, if you want to close on Sunday, you want to close on Sunday. Can't really do anything about that. So, I am still looking for a place to eat. There are no shortage of places to eat, and yet my stomach just isn't calling out to me with something. So, I wander on. Well, I'm back in Salem Center, shopping center again, and I am really starting to think that this whole, oh, let's go walk downtown and get something to eat thing might not have been that great an idea. But nonetheless, I will press on. I am nothing if not perseverant. Well, as it just so happens, here in Salem Center, there is a sushi bar. And I've actually eaten here once before. I had some tuna nigiri, and it was actually pretty good. So, not something you'd expect a Oklahoma expat to say, but yeah, their sushi is good. Today, though, I've gotten their udon noodles, and we'll see what that's like. Right now, though, bottled water. Really thirsty. Alright, here we go. The first time ever I will have a bowl of udon. I will try to capture the hilarity of me attempting to use chopsticks. Okay, let's try this again. No. Come together, not past each other. Come together, not past each other. Believe it or not, I was actually able to pick up a piece of sushi with these. If I continue to fail to eat udon with these, well, they have graciously provided me with a fork and spoon, and I will deploy them. I give up. It figures. I give up on camera, and then I'm finally starting to be able to actually use the chopsticks to eat my udon, which, by the way, is good. I am going to attempt to demonstrate my chopstick skill, but I imagine this could probably be my karmic retribution for actually managing to skip a rock earlier. So, we'll see. No. Like I said, karmic retribution for earlier. Well, verdict on the udon. It is good. It is quite good. I was actually able to eat it better with the fork because, well, I didn't really feel like wrestling it with the chopsticks because, well, I'm not that good at them. Like I said, it is very good. I guess I just really wasn't all that hungry, though, because I wasn't able to eat it all. So I'm going to grab my bottle of water. I am going to head back to my car because I have things to do this afternoon. Alright, I've now exited the center through Nordstrom's, aka a place I'll probably never ever be able to buy clothes because it's probably too expensive for me. And I'm heading back up to my car, and actually, unless I do like a little postscript on my computer back at the hotel room, I'm shooting a video for the internet to see. Heard of video logs? Stupid to you, fun to me. You know, I think that's really the first time that anyone's ever actually kind of looked at me like I was crazy for doing this vlog kind of stuff. And actually, it's worth stopping and mentioning. You know, I realize that there's probably still people out there, like that guy, who don't entirely get this whole vlog thing. Don't get that there might actually be people out there who like to see, you know, slices of life. I get that. But, you know, that's just one of many things that you should not judge a person on. I mean, if I think I can make some small form of entertainment out of my life, or anyone else for that matter thinks they can do that, then why not? You know? And from my perspective, you know, if I can get people to do a little more thinking as a result, or share something awe-inspiring or thought-provoking with them, you know, that's even better. But the most important thing is, I have fun doing this. I have fun doing this, and I know I'm not the only one. So, yeah, vlogging might seem weird to you. But just think about the feelings of that person who's pointing a camera at themselves and recording stuff for the entire internet to see. To them, it might be fun. Just a thought. Anyway, thanks to that, I got completely off of the track that I was going on. So, where was I? Oh, yes. Heading back to my car. Going back to my room, and unless I shoot some kind of postscript there, I think that's going to be all for today's video. So, I'll go ahead and sign off now just in case. Until next time, I'm the Shadowbird Jeremy. Later, y'all. You know, I do have a postscript.
Proceed to the highlighted route, OR 22 OR 99E business.
You can wait, Mina. I do have a postscript to that whole thing with that guy who was saying that me doing a vlog was stupid. You know, as y'all probably know very well by now, I'm an explorer. I love to explore new things and new places. And above that, I like to share what I explore with other people, which is what I'm doing with my vlogs. To me, that does not make it stupid. That makes it a connection between me and the people who watch my videos, that they're seeing what I'm seeing. They're seeing it through my eyes. They're hopefully feeling the same kind of things I'm feeling. And even if they're not, that's okay. You know, they're feeling their own feelings about what they're seeing through my eyes, and that's okay too. How is that stupid? How is that stupid? I don't think it is. And apparently y'all don't, because y'all are watching these. So, you know, I don't see how it can be stupid to want to connect lives together in some kind of way by showing people what you are seeing, or you know, putting your face and your personality on camera like this. Betty wouldn't think it was stupid if I was making money off of it, but that's completely beside the point. I'm sorry, this guy's got me. That guy has me kind of all out of it right now. I guess that's it.